listening to Crystal Clear English Podcast, Learn English, the crystal clear way. Today, we're embarking on a pretty profound deep dive into something incredibly powerful, how to build unshakable confidence, especially when it comes to speaking English. But here's the fascinating part. This isn't just about mastering a language, you know? This isn't about unlocking a more powerful, more capable version of you. And that extends into, well, every facet of your life.
That's absolutely right. This deep dive, we've designed it meticulously to go far beyond just, grammar tips or vocabulary lists. We're going to explore a really compelling blend of practical language strategies,
Yeah.
but interwoven with these profound transformative mindset shifts. Together, these elements are, well, they're truly the key to tapping into your full, authentic potential. Understanding why confidence isn't just some desirable trait, but an absolutely essential skill. That's the core of what we're exploring today. It directly impacts your ability to communicate effectively in English and, honestly, your capacity to thrive in really any environment.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack this. We've gathered some truly insightful findings that promise to transform not just how you speak English, but how you navigate your entire life. From social interactions to career opportunities. Get ready, because what we're about to share is incredibly actionable and really designed to spark real change.
And this journey we're taking together, it'll illuminate precisely why confidence forms the very foundation for both profound personal growth and significant professional advancement. It's the driving force, right? The essential engine that empowers your ability to express yourself, to forge genuine connections with others, and crucially, to confidently seize opportunities, especially when you're communicating in a language that might not be your native tongue.
Right, so let's start with the power of it all. When we talk about English proficiency, it's way more than just memorizing grammar rules or, expanding your vocabulary. We're talking about a complete life transformation. We've seen some incredible examples of this firsthand. And there's one story that truly stands out as, well, a powerful testament to this idea.
Yeah, what's genuinely fascinating here is the journey of this individual born in Hong Kong. They later immigrated to North America, and get this, when they arrived, they literally couldn't speak a single word of English.
Wow.
Think about that starting point for a moment.
Yeah.
English wasn't even their second language. It was their third.
Third language.
Yeah. I mean, imagine the immense challenge, the daily hurdles that must have presented.
Starting from absolute zero in a completely new environment where the main language was just unknown. It's almost hard to imagine. But here's where it gets really interesting. This individual made a profound commitment. A real decision. They invested an incredible amount of time and dedicated effort into mastering language, mastering communication, and specifically learning to speak with conviction, with certainty, with that unshakable confidence. And the results, they were truly life-changing, frankly, pretty astonishing.
And if we connect this dedication to the bigger picture, this mastery of English and confident communication, it didn't just lead to better job prospects or something like that. This individual built a massive social media following, participated in hundreds of media interviews, and even authored like a dozen books.
A dozen books, from starting with no English.
Yeah. All of this, every single one of those achievements, stemmed directly from their deliberate decision to master the English language, and crucially, to master the art of confident communication. It just highlights the profound impact clear, self-assured expression can have.
So what does this remarkable journey mean for you, listening right now? It means that the distance between where you are now and everything you've ever wanted to achieve, every dream you hold, it often comes down to your words. And it's not just what you say to others, in presentations or conversations, but perhaps even more profoundly, what you say to yourself, that internal dialogue.
That's it, that consistent internal conversation you have in your own mind that really sets the stage for everything else in your life.
That's a powerful thought, yeah, that connection between our inner voice and our outer world. So let's zoom in specifically on English for a moment. Why does confidence matter so much when you're speaking English? What's the core fundamental reason it's such a critical piece for learners?
Well, that raises a profoundly important question, doesn't it? And the benefits of cultivating confidence, particularly in a language context, they become remarkably clear once we break them down. Firstly, confidence significantly enhances fluency. I mean, when you're a confident speaker, your thoughts don't get all tangled up in hesitation or, fear of judgment.
Right.
Ideas just flow more freely, almost effortlessly from your mind to your mouth. You simply express yourself rather than getting caught in that internal battle over every single word.
That's so true. I can almost feel that fear of making a mistake just totally shutting down my natural flow sometimes. It's like a mental block, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And secondly, confidence actively encourages practice. It sort of ignites what we call a virtuous cycle. The more confident you begin to feel, even if it's just a tiny spark at first, the more willing you are to step forward and actually speak.
Okay.
And naturally, the more you speak, the faster and more dramatically you improve. It's this self-reinforcing loop that builds on itself. Think back to our friend from Hong Kong.
Hmm.
Their early small wins probably built the confidence to keep practicing, which then led to bigger wins.
So it's not just about getting better technically, but actually wanting to get better because you're feeling good about the progress. Even small progress,
Yeah.
that internal motivation is key.
Precisely. Thirdly, confidence dramatically improves your social interactions. It boosts your ability to network authentically, to make new friends with more ease, and to participate meaningfully and comfortably in discussions, whether it's just a casual chat or a professional meeting, right?
Yeah.
Think about how many new worlds, how many new opportunities literally open up to you when you can comfortably and confidently engage with others in English.
And a huge part of that, I imagine, is also simply reducing anxiety. That sort of paralyzing fear of judgment, the immense stress of potentially making an error or being misunderstood. That must be crippling for so many learners.
Absolutely. And that's the fourth core benefit. A confident mindset actively decreases the debilitating stress and the, omnipresent fear of being judged. It creates a far more relaxed and, importantly, a much more effective learning environment. When your mind isn't constantly battling internal fear and self-doubt, you can truly focus all your energy and attention on the communication itself, on expressing your ideas, and on connecting with the person you're speaking to.
And we know the challenges for English learners are incredibly real. That persistent fear of making mistakes, the constant worry about pronunciation, the feeling like you just don't have enough vocabulary, general public speaking anxiety, which affects everyone, really, and that insidious, relentless negative self-talk that says, I'm just not good enough. It's a lot to contend with, isn't it?
These are indeed universal hurdles that many, many learners face on their journey. But the truly good news, the empowering insight here, is that every single one of these challenges is surmountable. Cultivating genuine, deep-seated confidence is the fundamental way, the ultimate antidote, really, to overcome every single one of those fears and limitations. It's the key that unlocks your potential.
Okay, so if confidence is clearly such a profound key, how do we actually build it, like brick by brick, in the context of English speaking? Let's start with what sounds like a surprisingly simple, yet apparently incredibly effective trick for getting fluent.
Right. This is a technique we call the 1-3-1 formula of language mastery.
Hmm.
And I emphasize, it is deceptively simple in its structure, yet incredibly powerful when you apply it consistently and with focused intention. Here's exactly how it works.
Okay, I'm ready. Lay it on us. What's the formula?
First step, you pick a speaker you truly admire. This could be someone from a video, a podcast, an audiobook, even a TED Talk. But don't just pick them at random. Really focus on their speaking style, how they use their tonality, the modulation in their voice, their projection, their rhythm. You want to emulate that person's delivery as much as their words. Think of it like having a vocal coach, but you're teaching yourself.
Ah, okay. So it's not just what they say, but the precise way they say it. The delivery, the musicality of the language, that's really key here.
Exactly. The subtle nuances are critical. Then, the next step. You listen to just one line that person says. Isolate that single complete sentence or phrase. Listen to it carefully, absorbing its sounds and rhythm, and then you immediately pause the audio or video. Don't move on to the next line yet.
Just one line, pause. Got it. And then what's the crucial next step for the actual practice part?
Then, you repeat and practice that one line 3 times using your own voice. Actively try your best to emulate the original speaker's style, their pronunciation, their intonation. Don't just parrot it mindlessly. Really engage with it. After those 3 focused repetitions, you unpause, listen to the very next line, pause again, and repeat the entire practice cycle.
So it's one line, pause, 3 repetitions of that specific line. Okay. That sounds incredibly focused, almost like a micro-drilling exercise.
It is intensely focused,
Yeah.
and the final one in the 1-3-1 formula is your commitment. You dedicate yourself to doing this for 1 hour per day. That's it. 1 line, 3 repetitions, 1 hour a day. This seemingly small, consistent action truly adds up over time.
It honestly sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? Like, could that really be all it takes to make such a significant difference in fluency and confidence? Is that really it?
Well, what's truly fascinating here, and where the real power lies, is in the underlying principle. This consistent, hyper-focused practice isn't just about mimicking sounds. It leaves a deep, indelible footprint in your subconscious mind. You're building powerful muscle memory not just for pronunciation, but for confident speech, for natural flow, for the rhythm and intonation patterns of the language. It kind of bypasses the conscious overthinking and embeds these crucial patterns directly into your linguistic reflexes.
Like training your mouth and brain automatically.
Exactly. Remember our Hong Kong friend. This focused repetition was likely what they instinctively did to build that muscle memory for English sounds and rhythms, even without knowing this formula. It's how the brain learns complex motor skills, and speaking a language is very much a motor skill.
I can hear people listening right now thinking, 1 hour a day, wow, that sounds like a big commitment to fit into my already busy life. Even with such a clear and simple formula, that commitment can feel daunting, and maybe many won't stick with it.
And that's precisely the crucial point, isn't it? And the real measure of your commitment. This dedication isn't just about language mastery. It's a profound commitment to yourself, to your growth, to your future. It's about taking specific action to stand out, to have people genuinely pay attention to your words, to be able to command a room and truly mastering a skill that can profoundly change the trajectory of your entire life. The act of disciplined, consistent effort, even with something as seemingly simple as this formula, that's what truly builds that unshakable confidence that then spills over into every other area of your life. It proves to yourself that you are capable of disciplined action, and that proof is confidence.
Okay, that 1-3-1 formula is definitely a powerful starting point for structured practice. But beyond that specific drill, what are some broader, more integrated strategies people can weave into their daily lives, to practice speaking English organically and continuously build that confidence?
Yeah, absolutely. There are several really actionable strategies that, when you put them into consistent practice, they yield truly significant results. Firstly, and perhaps most obviously, is to practice speaking daily. Make a non-negotiable commitment to speaking English out loud for at least 10 to 15 minutes every single day.
Every day.
Every day. This can be mirror speaking, where you talk to yourself about your day or a topic, or engaging with language partners if you have access to them. You can even just describe your surroundings aloud. The key is vocalizing, getting those sounds out, making it a routine.
So just getting the words out of your mouth, even if it's just to yourself, that makes perfect sense. It forms the habit, right?
Exactly. The physical act itself is what matters. Secondly, and this is a powerful mental shift, think in English. Consciously stop that internal process of translating from your native language in your head before you speak.
Oh, that's a big one.
It is. Instead, try describing your daily activities, planning your grocery list, or simply narrating your thoughts directly in English as they occur to you. It trains your brain to process information and formulate ideas directly in the language, bypassing that translation bottleneck, which so often leads to hesitation.
That's a brilliant tip. I can immediately see how that would bypass so much of the hesitation and mental effort, just making the process feel more fluid.
It definitely does. Third, use simple words and sentences. Don't strive for perfection or, overly complex academic language initially. The primary goal is clear, effective communication. Building a strong, solid foundation of confidence with simple, well-formed sentences is far more beneficial and empowering than struggling with intricate structures and losing your nerve. You can always add complexity later.
Right. It's like building a strong foundation for a house before you worry about the fancy trim.
Exactly. Think of it like that. Fourth, record and listen to yourself. This is an invaluable tool, maybe a bit uncomfortable at first, but ultimately transformative.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It helps you identify pronunciation nuances you might not consciously notice, catch grammar mistakes in real time, and crucially, it allows you to objectively track your own progress over time. Hearing your improvement, even small shifts, is a tremendous confidence booster. Our Hong Kong friend probably did this instinctively, hearing how far they'd come.
That's a brave step for many of us to actually listen to our own voice recording. But yeah, it sounds incredibly insightful for pinpointing exactly where to improve.
It truly is a courageous and essential step. Fifth, join English conversation groups. Actively seek out local groups, or online ones are great too. This is where practical skills truly take flight, because you're engaging in real-life, dynamic conversational practice with other people. The spontaneity and give and take of a live conversation are distinctly different from solo practice, and they push you in new ways.
So getting out there and interacting with real people, that's really where the rubber meets the road, isn't it?
Right.
Where the theory becomes actual practice.
Absolutely. Sixth, learn and use common phrases. Don't underestimate the power of memorizing useful high-frequency expressions for daily interactions. Things like, Could you please repeat that? Or, I'm not sure, but I think, or could you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, the little helpers.
Exactly. These act as vital conversational anchors, giving you something intelligent and polite to say, even when you're unsure of the specifics of a reply. They buy you time, show engagement, and keep the conversation flowing.
Those little conversational placeholders and lifesavers can make all the difference in feeling less overwhelmed during a chat, I bet.
Indeed. Seventh, set small, achievable goals. Start with targets that feel manageable and realistic for you. For example, confidently introducing yourself to one new person this week, or asking for directions at a store, or ordering food in English without major hesitation. Once you achieve these small victories, gradually expand your goals to longer, more complex conversations or interactions. Each small success builds a concrete, undeniable block of confidence.
It's about building on those mini victories, piece by piece, seeing yourself achieve what you set out to do. Makes sense.
Eighth, and this is critically important for any learner, be okay with mistakes.
A big one.
Yeah. Embrace errors not as failures, but as an essential, unavoidable, and incredibly valuable part of the learning journey. Do not let the fear of making mistakes stop you from speaking. Every single error is a unique learning opportunity, a sign that you are pushing your boundaries. Think of it like a scientist. A failed experiment isn't a failure, it's data.
That's a tough one for many people to internalize, though. Overcoming that ingrained fear of being wrong or judged, it requires a real fundamental shift in perspective.
It truly does. Ninth, get feedback from native speakers if possible. Actively and respectfully seek gentle corrections. When you receive feedback, try to focus on understanding what needs improvement and why, rather than feeling criticized or defensive. A supportive native speaker can provide invaluable insights and guide your pronunciation and grammar in ways self-study just can't.
That's a generous ask, finding the right person who's willing and able. But yeah, if you do find someone like that, it could accelerate your progress immensely.
It absolutely can be. And finally, 10th, use positive self-talk. This is profoundly impactful. Consciously replace negative internal monologues like, I can't speak well enough, or I'm going to make a fool of myself, with empowering, encouraging affirmations. Things like, I'm improving every day, or every conversation is practice, or I am brave for trying. Your internal narrative has a direct and profound impact on your confidence and your willingness to even try in the first place.
That internal voice is so powerful, yeah. For better or worse, it really defines your inner world, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Changing that voice is one of the most powerful steps you can take to change your entire experience.
These are fantastic general strategies that lay a really solid foundation. Now let's talk about a high-stakes scenario where confidence in English is not just helpful, but maybe absolutely crucial: job interviews. What specific targeted advice can we offer there to help people maximize their impact?
Right. For job interviews, the strategies become even more focused and strategic. Firstly, prepare key phrases and common answers. Definitely don't go in cold. Have your introduction ready, your answers to typical questions like, tell me about yourself, why are you interested in this role, and what are your strengths and weaknesses? Rehearsed in English. This preloaded confidence reduces that on-the-spot stress, allows you to focus more on delivery, and ensures you have a solid, articulate opening and responses for the usual suspects.
So it's like having a bit of a confidence buffer already built in before you even step into the room or log on to the call.
Precisely. It gives you a strong foundation to start from. Secondly, practice mock interviews. Simulate the interview scenarios with trusted friends, family members, or even better, find a language coach if you can. The more you practice under that kind of simulated pressure, the more natural and confident your responses will become when it truly counts. It helps desensitize you to the stress of the actual interview, allowing you to focus on presenting your best self, not on panicking about the language.
And it also lets you refine your answers, right? Get comfortable with the rhythm of the conversation and maybe anticipate common follow-up questions.
Exactly. Thirdly, and this is a really profound mindset shift, stay positive and project genuine willingness. Remember that interviewers are evaluating more than just your linguistic perfection. They truly appreciate effort, enthusiasm, and a clear willingness to learn and adapt.
That's a good point.
An attitude that conveys something like, okay, I may not speak English perfectly, but I am confident in my abilities, I am eager to learn, and I am committed to growing. That often leaves a far greater and more memorable impression than someone who is technically perfect, but appears nervous or arrogant or just robotic. They're looking for your potential, your attitude, and your drive as much as flawless grammar.
That's such a great reminder. It's about demonstrating your inherent qualities, your personality, your determination, not just your linguistic precision. It's about showing your authentic, determined self who's eager to contribute.
It really is about conveying that you're a valuable asset, regardless of any minor linguistic imperfections.
Yeah.
That conviction, that shines through.
Okay, now we're moving into a really powerful realm, I think. One that extends far beyond just language acquisition. You've heard it said that confidence isn't something you just find, right? Like a lost key under the couch.
Yeah.
It's actually a direct byproduct of competence. Can you elaborate on that? Because that feels like a fundamental shift in understanding for a lot of people.
Yes, this is an absolutely fundamental insight that honestly changed my own understanding pretty dramatically.
Hmm.
Confidence isn't some magical, ethereal trait bestowed upon a lucky few. It's something you actively earn. The more skills you acquire, the more proficient you become at something, the more naturally confident you feel in that specific area. And this confidence then tends to spill over into other areas of your life. Think about it, whether it's speaking multiple languages, learning to cook a complex dish, mastering video editing, becoming proficient in a new software program, or even just consistently showing up at the gym as you develop competence. Your brain begins to internalize and affirm, okay, I can survive, I can create, I can solve problems. That profound internal validation, born directly from demonstrable ability and successful action, that's what real, unshakable confidence truly is. It's the feeling of knowing deep down, I've done this before and I can do it again.
So it's not about repeating positive affirmations in the mirror alone, although that might help some, or just wishing for confidence. It's about taking action, getting genuinely good at something through effort, and then the confidence naturally follows. It's truly earned through doing the work.
Exactly. And this is precisely where most people get stuck. They wait to feel confident before they act, which creates this vicious cycle of inaction and self-doubt.
Right, the I'll do it when I feel ready trap.
Exactly that trap. But winning people, those who achieve genuine confidence and significant success, they are fundamentally disciplined. They set clear goals and they push themselves daily, consistently taking action, even and perhaps especially when they don't feel like it. Your feelings crave comfort. Your feelings gravitate towards the easy path. But true success, deep-seated confidence, and meaningful growth, those things only come when you override how you feel in the moment, and you resolutely do what needs to be done. Your fleeting emotions won't make you a great athlete or a successful business person or enable you to stand confidently on a stage and lead. Only consistent, disciplined action will.
So what does this profound insight truly mean for us, the listener? It means that to build real confidence, you need to learn to sort of switch off those momentary, often misleading emotions and consciously switch on unwavering discipline. That right there feels like a game changer for anyone wanting to improve their English or really their entire life.
Absolutely. Build on that crucial understanding of discipline and competence. Let's dive into some specific daily habits and powerful mindset shifts that will truly cultivate unstoppable confidence, both in your English journey and beyond. These aren't just theoretical ideas. They are practical, implementable tools you can begin incorporating into your life starting today.
Okay, I'm ready to absorb every insight. What's the very first concrete habit that can initiate this profound shift towards competence and confidence?
Okay, our first powerful habit is to set daily goals and achieve them. And when I say goals, I don't mean a long, overwhelming to-do list that just makes you feel defeated before you even start.
Right, not the endless list.
No. I'm talking about setting small, powerful, highly achievable goals for yourself each day. For instance, wake up at 6 a.m., read 5 pages of a book, write 3 sentences in English, exercise for 10 minutes, talk to one new person. These aren't monumental tasks, right? But they create incredible momentum, and momentum crucially builds confidence.
Why is that? How does that work?
Because every single time you keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small it seems, your brain registers that success. It says, okay, I can trust this person. When they say they'll do something, they actually do it. This builds profound self-respect. And let me be very clear. No genuine, lasting confidence can grow without that bedrock of self-respect. If you consistently say you'll do something and then don't follow through, you erode that internal trust. Discipline builds warriors, not fleeting feelings. For your English, this could be simple. Today, I will practice the 1-3-1 formula for 15 minutes, or today, I will think in English for 5 minutes during my commute. Achieve that tiny goal and your brain logs a win.
That's a powerful internal feedback loop, trusting yourself, earning your own respect. Yeah, that feels truly foundational for any kind of confidence.
It absolutely is. Our second habit is to develop new skills. As we've discussed, confidence is a direct byproduct of competence. The more skill you acquire, the more capable, resourceful, and ultimately more confident you feel. If you can speak 2 languages, you carry yourself differently. If you know how to cook, edit videos, lift weights, fix things around the house,
Yeah.
your brain affirms, I can survive, I can create, I can solve problems. It's an internal validation of your capability.
Yeah, you feel more capable.
Exactly. For English learners, this means seeing English acquisition as a skill you are actively developing, not just some academic subject you're studying. Start with one aspect of English that scares you and attack it bit by bit daily. If you're scared to speak English, okay, begin with just 1 sentence per day. Record yourself, listen, identify one small area to improve. 1 sentence becomes 5, 5 becomes a full minute, a minute becomes a short conversation. You're actively building something concrete, skill by skill.
That concept of incremental progress leading to massive transformative change, it's incredibly motivating. It makes the mountain feel, well, less daunting.
It truly does. Our third habit, get comfortable with the uncomfortable. This is where true transformation, true growth truly begins. Most people instinctively avoid discomfort, pain, fear. It's natural. But if you only ever do what's comfortable, what's easy, you will only ever get ordinary results. You must actively train yourself to walk directly into discomfort and declare, okay, let's go. Afraid to speak English in public? Do it. You might stutter, you might shake, you might sweat, but do it anyway. Afraid to go to an English-speaking social event alone? Go anyway. Discomfort is not your enemy. It is your essential doorway to growth. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It is a muscle that grows stronger and larger the more you actively use it. Remember our Hong Kong friend. They faced daily discomfort speaking English. Their journey powerfully shows how leaning into that fear transformed their capabilities.
That's a tough but absolutely essential lesson for any area of life, isn't it? Facing the fear head on, stepping right into it.
Our fourth powerful habit, work on your posture. Now, this may sound surprisingly simple, maybe even superficial to some, but it is deeply, profoundly impactful. Your body is your first language. Most people walk with heads down, shoulders slumped, almost apologetically.
Yeah, you see it all the time.
But when you consciously walk with your chest up, your back straight, your head held high, and your breath calm and steady, you instantly send a powerful message to the world. I am here, I belong, I respect myself. And here's the crucial part. Your body also sends that exact same message back to your brain, leading to a palpable internal shift in your state. This is your power posture. Even if you're nervous about speaking English, if your body projects confidence, remarkably, people will subconsciously treat you differently. You're embodying the confidence you seek.
It's like a physical way to embody confidence, project it from the outside in, and then feel it resonate internally. Almost a fake it till you make it approach, but with real physiological roots, maybe?
It truly works. Our fifth critical habit, limit social media. This is absolutely vital in our modern world. Social media, while seemingly connecting us, can silently destroy your confidence through constant, often distorted comparison.
Oh, yeah.
You're comparing your behind the scenes, your raw, unfiltered learning process in English with someone else's meticulously curated highlight reel. That model took 300 pictures for one post. That influencer probably rented that car or edited their accent perfectly. You feed your brain this diet of curated perfection, and your brain believes it, killing your self-belief. You spend hours passively watching others live their lives. What if you redirected even a fraction of that time to actively improve your own life reading, learning a new skill, building your body, or intensively practicing English? You would be unrecognizable in 6 months. Control your usage for personal growth, not for comparison and self-doubt about your English fluency. The real insight here for English learners is how this comparison fosters fluency imposter syndrome.
Fluency imposter syndrome, interesting.
Yeah, you see polished, edited English online, and you internalize that your own messy learning process isn't good enough. The real takeaway, shift from passive consumption of flawless English to active creation of your own, however imperfect it is right now. This builds a robust, internal measure of progress, independent of external validation.
Wow, that really hits home for so many of us. The comparison trap is so pervasive, especially when you're trying to learn a new skill like a language and feeling vulnerable.
Our sixth essential habit, let go of perfection. Perfection is poison. It's silently, insidiously killing your confidence, especially in language learning. You're waiting to be perfect before you start. Perfect English before you speak a single word, a perfect body before you step foot in the gym, a perfect business plan before you launch.
Yeah, always waiting.
But perfection is a lie. It simply does not exist. Confidence is not built in silence or in waiting for some ideal state. It is built only in consistent action. So do it messy, do it scared, do it broken, but do it anyway. The world doesn't respect perfection. It respects raw courage and relentless effort. For English, this means speaking even when you know you'll make mistakes, because every messy attempt is a step towards clarity.
That's a massive permission slip right there. Just start, even if it's uncomfortable or not quite right. That's really liberating.
Our seventh habit, walk into places like you own the place. This is about carrying yourself like a confident person. When you walk into a room, do you enter head down, shoulders tight, trying to be invisible? That posture subconsciously tells your brain you're weak, that you don't belong.
Right.
Instead, practice walking with your back straight, shoulders relaxed, head up, eyes forward, and a calm, controlled breath. Walk slow and deliberate, not rushing or scurrying. You're claiming your space. Your body sends a powerful message of belonging and power to your brain, building confidence from the outside in. It's not about showing off or arrogance. It's about silently telling your own mind, I am safe, I am powerful, I belong here. And this applies equally to walking into a conversation in English. Enter it with that same calm, deliberate energy.
So even if you don't internally feel that powerful yet, you can embody it physically and the feeling will eventually follow suit. That's fascinating.
Our eighth habit, take care of your inner and outer appearance. Simply put, if you look like trash, you will inevitably feel like trash. Now, this isn't about being a supermodel or buying expensive clothes, but about basic, fundamental self-respect and hygiene.
The basics.
The basics. Shower daily, use deodorant, wear clean, well-fitting clothes that make you feel good about yourself. A messy room or disorganized space often reflects a messy, chaotic mind. When you take the time to care for your external space, you are also profoundly taking care of your inner self. Internally, cultivate positive thoughts, practice meditation, journal your reflections, fiercely protect your energy from negativity. When you look good, feel clean and well presented, and your mind is sharp and clear, confidence becomes your natural default state. And a clear mind also creates space for new language acquisition, right?
It all connects the physical, the mental, the emotional, all intertwined. It's definitely a holistic approach to confidence.
Our ninth habit, talk to yourself with love. Be your own best friend, your fiercest advocate, not your harshest enemy. Think about what you say to yourself after you make a mistake in English, or really any area of life. Is it, oh, I'm stupid, I'm not good enough, I'll never learn this? That's self-abuse.
Yeah, we can be really harsh on ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If your little brother or sister failed at something, would you call them a loser? No, you'd say, it's okay, try again, I believe in you. Your inner voice literally creates your inner world. If you constantly beat yourself down with negative self-talk, you will never truly rise. Speak to yourself with respect, with encouragement, and with unwavering patience. When you stumble in English, say, it's okay, I'm still growing, I learned something from that mistake.
That self-compassion is absolutely vital. It's like nurturing your own growth, especially in a learning environment where mistakes are just part of the process.
Our 10th habit, stop trying to prove yourself.
Mm-hmm.
True, deep confidence is quiet. Most people walk around constantly trying to prove they're smart, cool, attractive, or confident, because deep down, they harbor this secret fear that they are not enough. They seek external validation, trying to impress everyone they meet. But when you are truly, genuinely confident, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to buy expensive clothes to signal status, post every mundane detail of your life online, or say yes to every request out of a fear of missing out or disappointing others. When you're truly confident, you stop proving and you simply start living. Think of a lion. It doesn't need to roar every 5 minutes to remind everyone it's the king of the jungle. It embodies quiet power. Be the quiet power in the room. This also applies to English speaking. You don't need to use big words or complex sentences just to impress. Just communicate clearly and authentically.
The quiet confidence of a lion. That image is incredibly powerful. It's about being secure in who you are, without needing external validation for your English or anything else.
Our 11th habit, make friends who make you better. Your closest circle profoundly shapes your future and your confidence.
Yeah.
If you consistently hang out with people who gossip, who complain, who constantly find fault, and who maybe secretly laugh at or discourage your dreams, you will inevitably become like them.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you intentionally choose to spend time with people who talk about growth, who read books, who prioritize their health, who engage in deep, meaningful conversations, and who are themselves striving for more, your confidence will absolutely explode. If you are the most motivated person in your group, you are probably in the wrong group. You need friends who challenge you positively, who inspire you, and who genuinely support your growth. Not ones who keep you small or secretly enjoy your weaknesses. Confidence is incredibly contagious, and so, unfortunately, is self-doubt. Seek out English-speaking friends who challenge you to practice more, not less.
That's such a fundamental truth. Choose your tribe wisely, because they truly do influence who you become and how confident you feel in your language journey and everything else.
Our 12th habit, be proud of yourself. This is one of the most overlooked confidence-building strategies, I think. Celebrate every single win, no matter how tiny, how insignificant it might seem to others. So many people only celebrate massive external wins like a promotion or reaching fluency. But they don't clap for themselves when they wake up early, or say no to a bad habit, or finish a chapter of an English book, or correctly use a new English idiom in a conversation.
Right, the small stuff matters.
It matters hugely. Every small step you take is a victory. Every tiny effort you make is a fight won. Every single time you don't quit, you are actively growing and pushing your boundaries. Celebrate it. Clap for yourself. Look in the mirror and genuinely say, okay, I did better today. I'm still going. I respect me. When you consciously celebrate yourself and your small linguistic victories, your brain gets the clear message. I am valuable. I am growing. I am proud of who I'm becoming. The quick insight here is about micro-validations in language learning. Did you correctly use a new idiom today? Did you speak for 1 uninterrupted minute in English? Did you confidently ask for clarification? These small, specific English victories, when you consciously celebrate them, they compound into an unshakable belief in your linguistic growth. And that's far more powerful than waiting for some distant fluency milestone.
That internal validation, that self-acknowledgement, yeah, it's so much more powerful and sustainable than constantly seeking external applause. It's the fuel that keeps you going.
Our 13th habit, talk to new people. Open your mouth, and you will literally open your world. You simply cannot build confidence by staying in your shell, by avoiding interaction, or by waiting for perfect conditions. You must actively open your mouth, initiate conversations, and bravely break the silence.
Take the initiative.
Exactly. Many are scared of judgment, of making a mistake. But what if that stranger becomes a new friend? What if that unexpected conversation opens a new opportunity you never anticipated? Confidence truly grows when you intentionally get uncomfortable and initiate conversations with strangers. Practice it daily. Don't wait until you're perfectly fluent. Just start saying hi, asking a simple question, offering a compliment. Every stranger is a doorway to something new, to new practice opportunities, and confident people bravely walk through that door. Remember our friend from Hong Kong? They had to talk to strangers every single day, and that constant uncomfortable interaction was a powerful catalyst for their English confidence.
Stepping into the unknown. Yeah, it can be exhilarating, and the potential rewards, both for your language skills and your life, are immense.
And our 14th and final powerful habit for today. Start with what you have. Stop waiting. Stop perpetually saying one day, or when I'm ready, or when my English is perfect.
Just start.
Just start now, with exactly what you have at your disposal. Don't have a perfect body. Start walking. Don't have perfect English. Start speaking, maybe using the 131 formula. Don't have money for expensive courses. Learn with the abundant free resources available online. Don't have external support. Be your own fiercest supporter and cheerleader. Start small, but for goodness sake, just start. Every giant oak tree started as a tiny seed. Every champion was once a beginner, perhaps even a clumsy one. The ones who truly win in life are not necessarily the smartest or the richest. They are consistently the ones who begin anyway. You don't need external permission to be powerful. You need hunger, internal fire, and unwavering faith in your own fight. Don't let anything stop you from starting your confident English journey today.
Wow, that's a lot to take in, and every single point is so incredibly actionable. If you're finding this deep dive as valuable and as motivating as we are, and you're ready to truly commit to building your confidence and significantly improving your English, then this is absolutely your home.
Yeah, we're not just teaching here. We're really walking this transformative journey right alongside you. So don't just listen and leave this deep dive feeling inspired and then, do nothing.
Exactly. Go ahead and follow and subscribe to the Crystal Clear English Podcast right now for more amazing deep dives and powerful insights like these. Join the family that's building powerful minds, strong hearts, and unbreakable confidence, one profound insight and one committed day at a time. Okay, so as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, it's abundantly clear that building confidence in speaking English and really in life, it's truly a continuous journey, isn't it? Not an overnight destination or some quick fix.
Absolutely. What's profoundly important to remember is that consistent daily practice, whether it's that 1-3-1 formula thinking in English or just talking to yourself in the mirror, coupled with positive self-talk, and a genuine acceptance of mistakes as a natural, essential part of learning that will steadily, inexorably transform you. You will become not only a more confident English speaker, but fundamentally a more confident and capable person overall. It's ultimately about making the conscious choice for consistent growth over passively scrolling through life.
Right. It's choosing to be a builder of your own life rather than just a spectator scrolling by. And that choice makes all the difference.
And you don't have to remain constrained by who you've been in the past. You possess the incredible power right now to become precisely who you decide to be starting today. Your life absolutely can change, dramatically and powerfully, but that profound change begins with the decisive, unwavering commitment from you to build it, brick by brick, habit by consistent habit.
You are not here forever. This life is a precious, finite gift. So stop living like you have unlimited time. Speak your truth with conviction. Take your shot, whatever that may be for you. Do the hard things that challenge you to grow. Become the magnificent person you were truly born to be. That inner warrior, that confident, articulate version of yourself is patiently waiting to emerge.
And remember this, above all else. If nobody else in the world believes in you, that's okay. It really is. Because you can absolutely believe in yourself starting right now, today. That truly is the ultimate, most unshakable form of confidence.
We sincerely hope this deep dive has given you powerful tools, actionable strategies, and renewed motivation on your incredible journey, your journey to becoming a confident English speaker and an unstoppable individual.
Remember, the world belongs to the ones who learn every single day, who choose growth, who embrace discomfort. Will you be one of them?
Thank you for listening to the Crystal Clear English Podcast.
Learning another language is like becoming another person.